Welcome students of Form 1 to this video about dimensions of self, family and kinship, like you can see over there. And we're going to talk especially about the relevance of family history. Relevance meaning is relevancia, es que significa di con boa história di boa família é importante para o. Why is your family history important for today? Yes, I'm also a history teacher. A lot of students ask me why it is important for now. It's history. Yeah, ta historia. Away ta away. Yeah, today is today. But in this short video, I hope to make it short, we will discuss the relevance of family history. Yes, why is it relevant for you now, living now, to know a lot about your family history? So yeah, that's what we're going to discuss. Is my hair okay? Yeah. Okay, learning outcomes. In this section, we learn to discutir the relevance of family history. The pros, the cons, the different sides. You can look at it from this side, you can look at it from that side, you can look at it from that side, from different directions, and look at it from different angles. Die con is aqui da relevância. Away. And you can find this on page 30 if you want to read it through in your own time, calmly. Then you can find it on page 30 of your study guide. There you can find it. Let's continue. Learning outcomes we've had. Now we're going to look further at why is family history relevant. Yes? So when you know your family tree, we've talked a bit about this, what your family tree is. Who are your parents? Who are your grandparents? Where did your wela, who were the ancestors of your wela, who were the ancestors of your tawela, where did they live? Kikata nang trabao, and unda nang tabiba. Yes, where did they live? What was their work? Did they have a special kind of religion? Were they Catholics? Were they Protestants coming from abroad? Were they Hindu? And did they have a Hindu background? So their religion. And you can also talk about your physical attributes, your DNA, because also in your DNA and your genes, you pass things on. Yes, you pass botopasa kosnang, ribabo muchanan, ribabo nietu. Yeah, your kids and your grandchildren, you pass things later on. Certain diseases, certain physical qualities, bad eyesight, but also very dangerous diseases you can pass down onto your children. And nowadays we know this. So these are three things in short why family history is very relevant. Family history. When we are born, we inherit, we receive, nostalgici, certain characteristics from our parents. Die colo di nos wonan, yeah, nos cabes, yeah, nos físico, nos physique, yeah, how do we look, the color of our eyes, our hair, our length, all kinds of things. Some of these are physical characteristics. We talked about those during the beginning of this period. Yeah, di collo di bobomanan, bonanishi, bocabes, bocabe, yeah, such as the color of shape of our eyes, color of our hair, or height, also often share, yes, mannerisms. Mannerisms, yeah, e maniere nostra comporta, e maniere nostra comporta, our behavior, our typical ways of behaving, the way we look, the way we walk, yeah, the words we use, our facial expression, the kind of humor we have, those we often have inherited from our parents. Other characteristics has more to do with our personality or temperament. That is like our emotional natural state of being. Some people are more naturally like happy. Some are more naturally like cynical. They don't believe. They like, let's see what happens. More waiting. Some people are very emotional, can be touched by things. A lot of people get angry very fast, are impatient, like me. Yeah. So these four are examples of temperament. Yes, and often we have also inherited these. Nós recebemos aqui para nos maiorar. Yes, so be in our natural emotional state of being happy or being more cynical or being more emotional and sad or being not so patient. These are called temperaments, and often we inherited these from our parents. Yes, you see the mannerism. This boy is inherited, yeah, and he received this from his dad. Family history we had, and we see mannerism means distinctive habits, yeah, gewoonte, gestures, how you move your body or your hands, ways of speaking, e manier bota papia, e manier bota comportar, yes, and they're really recognizable. Bota media aqui fácil. These are mannerisms, we call them like this. E manier di comportar, e manier di papia, e costumber, yeah. Gestures are like in Dutch, je gebaren, the way you move your body, that kind of things. Well, when we look at mannerisms and when we look at temperament, there's always a debate, like on discutie, how much of a personality is inherited, bota recipiesci pabo mayornan, and quanto bota senha, quanto bota recipi tipo mayornan, e tipo wela e tipo tawela, in quanto bota senha durante bo, ja, durante bo children time, durante bo tempo na school, tipo amigunan, yes. And this debate is sometimes, not sometimes, but very often, you know, very often it's referred to as nature versus nurture. Yeah? Your nature, kikabota risibipa po mayornan, dipo wela, dipo tawela, yeah? Dingbo sanger, dingbo kurpa. But nurture is also how you were raised, kongbota lanta, kongbota educa, yes, is that nature versus nurture. Yes, and this symbolizes your DNA. This is your nature. Yes, so this symbolizes your DNA, and this is like a plant that gets water and it gets sunlight and oxygen and grows like you're nurtured. Someone takes care of the plant. And also sees here, you see also the DNA that you saw over there. Yeah, but also here you see the modern day influences of social media, your parents, your peers, your friends, Migunan. Yes, so nature, your DNA, your body, what you received from your parents naturally, or how you were raised actually. I looked it up in the dictionary and I found the following. When you look at the dictionary, nurture is literally alimenta, nutrisa. So this is literally also feed or cherish or nurture. But more precisely, this also means lanta, how you were raised, and also how you were educated. Yeah, kung bota lanta, bo alanta, kung bota educa. How you were educated and how you were raised, that is nurture. So there's always a nature versus nurture debate. Then besides that, we have religion. A particularly important aspect of your family identity is religion. Identity is who you are. And a big part of that is religion. And when a child is born, you enter a family which has already had an established view on religion and faith. Bo mayonan, bo wela, bo tawela, ting un opinion, tocante fe, tocante religion. You have no choice in this. And the child is likely to be brought up in the faith tradition to which the family belongs. You have no choice in this. bonotoskoes aqui, yeah, bomayanan, ibowela, ibotawela, skoes aqui. And this is meaningful, especially it's significant because you are brought up as a part of the community of your religion. Voting un parte di comunidad di bo fe, di bo religión. Yeah? And the thing is similar tradition di fe. Yeah? Whether that be Protestant and you go to Sunday school, whether you go to the Church of Christ in Rio Canario, you go to church there, whether you pray during church and you go to Sunday school and you botasinha kikuta e salmo, you learn how to sing psalms, yeah, or you go to the Grote Kwartier Church and you are Catholic, yes, these are all kinds of religions that are part, if you grew up in that, of your family religion. They are a part of who you are. They are a part of your family religion. Yeah? And you belong to a certain faith tradition. And you will belong to a wider community, un comunidad grande, corrende di bo tradition di fe. Yes? So this is a part of your family identity and your faith tradition. Besides that, your ancestral line is also important. So your ancestral line is where your ancestors came from, or antepasadonan. For instance, a lot of people come from Cuba, or Haiti, or the Dominican Republic, or Sint Maarten, or Aruba, or Bonaire, yeah, or even Trinidad, or Venezuela, or even the Netherlands, yes, or Colombia, yes, and this is your ancestral line. This is where your ancestors came from. And when you look at your ancestral line, you learn much about your ancestors, your family history, and you can establish important aspects such as where they originated, just what I told, and what kind of lives they led, where they came from. Yeah? Family pictures, old pictures help you to learn how did my family live back then and how does it influence me? Conta influencia mi awe. Yeah? How does conta influencia the family history, the history di famiglia i biba mi di awe, my life today. Yes. Health is the last important thing and is also often influenced by ancestral lines. Yeah, bo linha di antepassadonan. Yes. Why? This is because certain diseases or a likelihood, a probabilidad of suffering from a particular disease can be passed on from one generation to the next. So your Rela and your Tawela or your Bomayonan can pass on certain diseases to you that you initially don't know, but later on you find out, you are tested for it, or you find out later on that you get the same disease as your parents had. Yeah. So if you know in your ancestral line that certain diseases are like hereditary, that they can be passed on from certain persons in your family. Yeah. Sometimes they can be passed on to you and you find out. Sometimes like heart disease can be passed on or dementia when you get older. And this means that diseases are not just an individual thing, but like heart diseases I just told you, they can be passed on from generation to generation. And when you notice in an early moment, on an early stage, you can do something about it. You can take medication or you adapt your diet so you prevent it from becoming a real problem. So passed on means a passariba, yeah. Timbia diseases a passariba pabo of pabo muchanan, yeah. For the mayor of for the wela itawela, possibly. And also, a probabilidad means that it doesn't have to happen, but it is, like it says, it's likely. Yeah? Há probabilidad. There's a chance, and it's not a small chance, that it can be passed on to you. Arriba passa. Pabo. We talked about the relevance of family history. It became a longer video than I actually planned. And we were talking about family and kinship. We're talking about the relevance of family history, relevancia. Dikong boa história de família tá importante para awe, pabo. And the learning outcomes were discussed the relevance of family history. And if you want to check this all and read it through, you can find it on page 30 of your study guide. Ring the bell, subscribe if you want. If you have a question, give some feedback, say hi, do that below. You can also ask me stuff during class. If you want to improve my pronunciation, I'm always open to that. Você me enseña pavimento turdia, me stimele, me gusta pavimento e me enseña palavra na novo sempre. Pues, ayudami, see? Enjoy your day, evening, morning, and I'll see you during class.